We're going to watch a video about open wheel racing and some of the crashes it has. According to the comments, there is 2 crashes in this that have like the highest G-force sustained by a human and survived. 210 Gs and 200, I think it was 214 Gs. I've got no idea which crashes they are, but that alone is mind-blowing. Let's just go for it.
Kovalainen blocking one way, then the other, up Clay Hill, and whoa, that is superb blocking stuff by Kovalainen. And Watts is desperate to find a way.
He's right on him.
Oh,
up and over. Ooh, ooh.
Accident.
Jesus, that's before the halo, before the screen.
To the tyre wall, and that is a very,
and he's up and he's walking.
Sight. Danny Watts walking away from one of the biggest accidents I've ever seen in Formula Renault. Let's have another look at that again.
Look at that.
Blocking his line, quite legitimate. Watts trying to find the gap, thinks he sees the gap here. Goes
up and over.
And there's the contact
and then it's,
between the 2 cars.
Whoa.
And out.
I mean, I know they've got a safety cell, rather, like where the driver sat is like a, supposedly like a fighter pilot's cockpit, isn't it? Really? But
the engine torn completely out.
This is before any head protection.
The most amazing thing of all,
other than a helmet, and he's just walking. I remember seeing that.
At the entrance.
It's not what you want to see when his old man's absolute legend of racing.
Time a bit of the car gets detached.
And then you see Mick's had a massive accident, and it's just so good to see him up and walking. But the cars are designed to split apart for safety, so.
And no more rain expected until the end of the race.
And he just loses it, and then
expected to go
bang.
Perfect.
So now there's a red flag to repair the barrier. It must be Crockett.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, I think they need a bit of time, and a bit of time with no cars on the track to get that Tech Pro barrier cleared. Ted, thanks ever so much indeed. This is the contact. First with the Armco. Into the Tech.
Wasn't a hard hit, I wouldn't say. Luckily, it was a. Ooh.
How did that happen?
Ooh.
Yellow had been out for some time.
Jacques Villeneuve got high, coming through 3, up into the grey, and absolutely rammed into one of those stationary cars.
Somebody and Fabi got together, and they just went up the track. I was on the outside, and I had nowhere to go, and then I was sitting there, I was about to get out of the car, and something hit me. I don't know if somebody's...
It did well then, if he was about to get out of the car, and he's just had that happen to him.
Be out of the race.
And he's just able to walk out of that. Like, credit to the safety of these cars, you know.
Another view of that. He's running in.
Oh, that's a huge.
Oh, apparently this was the. I think that was the 210. I remember it saying Chris was 210.
And that is incredible. That's got to be. It looks like he's been in the trees.
At real time.
In the trees?
That's interesting. Oh, it was a miscommunication, effectively, because AS Roma was moving to the right to let him pass on the left.
Yeah, and here we go.
Ooh, it's hit everything.
Terrible accident.
Jeepers.
Massive accident. Absolutely huge. The car splitting in half, which is what it's designed to do. The engine and gearbox splitting away.
Mark Dismore was going flat out when his car clipped a wall.
Ooh, whoa.
The slow motion replay shows just how lucky Dismore is to be alive as his car speared across the track and straight into a wall.
Backwards, bang.
The Penske Buick's fuel tank burst into flames. The car ricocheted into another concrete barrier and then virtually disintegrated.
They're designed to fall apart, but...
hospital with injuries to his feet, arms and legs and a fractured neck. Amazingly, he's said to be in a stable condition.
It's crazy that their bodies would stand these things.
Going in behind Niro Fukuzumi as we go wheel to wheel. Up on the inside, Fenestras defends valiantly there from Naoki Yamamoto. Yamamoto is going to try and commit to... Oh! He hit him! And Fenestras into the wall! Big accident! Sasha Fenestras binned into the back.
I mean, after you've seen that last one, it doesn't look that bad, but...
2 of the title contenders are out in the first 3 laps.
Oh, my days.
And now Fenestras walking from his wrecked car. That was just misunderstanding from Naoki Yamamoto. Fenestras is defending. There was just the slightest bit of speed differentiation between Yamamoto and Fenestras. He just caught...
And what does that do to your internals, you know?
His car completely unintentional, but he just had a 1 mile an hour, maybe 2 mile an hour difference in speed. He just caught the right rear quarter, and Fenestras had no chance. Here it is again. Yamamoto, look, he's gone left. Fenestras has covered him, so he's switched directions, and it was
too close.
The wrong moment that Yamamoto changed.
This is why it's like fair play that the car is designed to be able to take that impact, but the human body isn't. Naturally,
Jill's got
not
nothing to lose, just
from
needs to stay
100 and something to 0 that quick.
Luck for Dixon to fall back to make this all happen. He's got to be thinking inside his cockpit right now.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Wow.
Major incident. Kenny Brack.
I suppose anything with the catch fence nowadays is a reminder of what's his name, Dan.
There is the scene around Kenny Brack as the medical personnel from the Indy Racing League work over him and try to stabilize him. Here is the replay of what happened. Brack on the high side of Thomas Scheckter down the backstretch.
Just touch wheels and that's it.
Up into the wall. Virtually
it's horrendous, man.
Here is the shot now from the end of the backstretch.
It's not just that, it's the speed that it's spinning as well.
Crash very reminiscent of Davey Hamilton's accident here a few years ago, in which he sustained very severe leg damage.
But you think
the catch,
but a human body to withstand that,
the racetrack, but still resulting in a lot of damage to the car. Hopefully, no, at least life-threatening injuries to Kenny Brack.
My days. We know what happened to him? Does anybody know what happened to him? I suppose for me, it kind of reminds me like of Senna. I remember watching the Imola race with my dad in '94 and seeing Ayrton Senna just have the worst accident that I've ever seen at the time, you know? I'm glad that the sport is being made safer, but you still have those freak accidents. Look at Grosjean. Cheers. That was hairy to watch.